Wherever you are in internet world, welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. Bless up, everybody. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day. Do you know where you are in this space? If you're tapped in, if you're tuned in, you see right now, at this very moment, there's somebody pushing somebody else's dream. And getting mad at life because they're pushing somebody else's dream right here, right now. They are not operating under the mindset of time freedom, which is what we have. They don't understand in having multiple assets that are highly undervalued in this time because it's extremely difficult to recognize them because we're being distracted. We're thinking that things on this level, this plane, is what guides us and drives us, when it's actual things from a higher plane that drives us and guides us. And just to bring it into focus and in context, Bitcoin is something that is not of this plane. And it is guiding the entire planet. And it is driving the entire planet. Whether you know it or not, your life is being affected by the Bitcoin power effect through its network. And it's not even on a physical plane. It's in a digital space. Yet it is driving society and mankind. How about this? This just in. This is major news. Taiwan Mobile has received a license to embark upon a crypto exchange. Yes, I said it. Because this is an international channel. Bless up to my Asian Connect who watches me from over there. They will confirm, they will share this video. Taiwan Mobile, that's big news in the crypto space. That's a telecommunications. Telecommunications in and of itself is a multi-billion-dollar industry. So that's going to be billions of dollars being invested in Bitcoin technology, ladies and gentlemen. And that's also an opportunity to expound on and build on DeFi projects. Because a telecommunications network can now have a decentralized telecommunication, real decentralized telecommunication network using the Bitcoin technology. Because when we're talking about a crypto exchange, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about something that's running on blockchain, the blockchain technology. And then using Bitcoin on the blockchain technology as more security in terms of moving value. The only difference is that now it's having the green light, the thumbs up from who? Governments. You see, this is how things grow, right? This is how governments allow the companies in. Now the difference is that this information can be uploaded and seen to those who want to position themselves. And we have to stay focused here because Bitcoin is for everybody and these opportunities are for everybody. So now is the time to brush up on your skills. If you have an interest in data analytics, you can cross this or data analysis. You could cross over into this space. If you're a coder, you could cross over and build your own blockchain and have your own business, because it's also going to be opportunities for companies to purchase businesses or companies or startups that are already doing crypto exchanges, or who have the technology with these crypto exchanges that are already operational, and they're just going to buy you up. I mean, the possibilities um, of acquiring wealth goes beyond buying and selling of the digital asset. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we can upgrade our skills for those who have made it this far in the crypto space. You know, if you've known about crypto since at the very least from 2012, if you've known about it, that's quite a bit of knowledge and education in and of itself, especially if you follow, even if you've never acquired any digital asset, the main asset that you have is the education. It's the education that you acquire throughout the process. That's also a major asset. And no government could take that away from you, because by the time everybody else starts to catch up, it's going to be too much knowledge to compress and consolidate and try to connect all the dots, where we will be able to break it down very quickly for someone who is just learning, even at a high professional level. Because people who are at a high professional level will not be able to compute or understand how the blockchain network translates into their sector. And it's going to take people of the future, people like us, who have the knowledge and who's keeping up with crypto and what other businesses are doing in other countries. And now we're collecting the data, and we are putting it on blockchain networks, where it now becomes virtual receipts. It now becomes proof of identity, verification, in a sense, in a way. However, when we add the Bitcoin network to it, now it becomes more official. And when something's more official, it becomes more valuable. Yeah? You know, we're still using dollars, ladies and gentlemen, because the rest of the world says that the dollar has more value. But where is that value? It's only in thought. It's not like Bitcoin where it's actually proof of work. See, the reason why Bitcoin exists is because we did something in the physical and executed something in the digital space. Well, it's two things really. First, it was the hash. The hash was created first. So the Bitcoin algorithm connected to the hash makes one complete function. So it's kind of like two components coming together so separately. One wasn't ready for the other, and they come together. You see, it's a reason why people could still get in trouble for emails. This is why the first line of encryption was the email, and it still is. We still use emails. And even with all that encryption, people could still get in trouble because they think they're talking on an encrypted network. However, it's a centralized encrypted network. It's not your own personalized encrypted network. And when we communicate with Bitcoin, we are communicating with our own private cryptic network. We can send messages across the blockchain. It's not just about value of money, ladies and gentlemen. We can send messages and encrypt our data. And if anyone or any entity wants our data, they will have to pay for it. And in order to release it, they will have to put a certain amount of Bitcoin in order to release it. And then you know what we do? We go and take that Bitcoin and sell it on the market. And then we take for whatever USDC, USDT, and then we move that USDT onto our Tether cards or whatever crypto cards that we have. And then we have a nice day, don't we? Isn't that what we do? Or that's what could be done. I'm sorry. That's what could be done. And that is the talk that is happening. It's not going to happen overnight. But these are the types of industries that are going to be coming out. Privacy is going to be a major industry, ladies and gentlemen. Privacy companies, privacy consultancy. And what's the technology that these companies are going to be utilizing in order for maximum security in a world of data and cybersecurity? It's happening because data and cybersecurity is threatening the entire globe right now. And one of the main reasons is that with new AI products, right, the thieves have become 10 times smarter because they were already smart to be able to hack into government things because they do that for a living. So now that AI has come along, it's made their lifestyle, it's wrapped up their lifestyle to 1,000. So now we hear about all these different types of hacking. And when you heard that money is getting stolen from exchanges, remember, they're not taking the Bitcoin. It's not the blockchain that gets hacked, right? It's the exchange that gets hacked because the exchange has to hold a certain amount of money in order to operate. It's called reserves. And that's what's being taken, ladies and gentlemen, not the assets. But what happens is that those assets are linked to certain accounts. So when that happens, it's going to cut off your account. So if your account is connected to whatever's backing it, you're not going to be able to access it. So it would seem and appear, as if their money was lost. Well, if their money was lost, why are people getting paid back, or so-called getting their Bitcoin back? Because it was already backed by the dollars. Because the Mt. Gox thing is being protected by the federal government system, because they are acquiring the Bitcoin from the so-called exchanges, because the exchanges have the assets. And who sees the assets? The government. And now we heard that the government is now selling the Bitcoin on the market. The same is with Canada. We don't know how much Canada is holding, because all the governments were doing the same thing. They were cracking down on these exchanges and seizing the assets. And these assets had, you know, they had thousands or millions of worth of Bitcoin, or hundreds of thousands. Sorry. However, with this operation that we find ourselves in, 90% of people are going to miss this. 90%. I'm talking about the opportunity of BitHarvest. 90%. Think about that. That's incredible. 90% of people are going to miss out on the opportunity of cloud mining. And they are. Because it's quite clear. If you look at how much Bitcoin and how much, it's only in the hands of millions. It's not in the hands of billions yet. Bitcoin is not in the hands of billions of people yet. Bitcoin is still small, ladies and gentlemen. It's still small in the scheme of things, in the real scheme of things, right? In the real scheme of things. It's just like with Facebook. When Facebook became in the hands of, like, what was it, 2 billion? It was in the hands of 2 billion, right? Government started to look at it. That's when the USA government really started to look at Facebook, because it wasn't just within the United States jurisdiction. Facebook is a global connection, right? And remember, early on, Facebook was trying to do their coin, and they were on the way of launching it, and the US halted that. See, we came up through all of that experience. We came up through all of that type of experience. But our children are not going to even remember the backdrop of how we even got to cryptocurrency. They're not going to remember the backdrop, and who's going to tell them? Who's going to even know? A lot of people are not, and this is what I'm saying, a lot of people are not even going to know to do certain things. Because this crypto world moves so quick. And all it takes is one major company. Like I said, the first one, Taiwan Mobile, is coming with a crypto exchange. This is going to set a precedent not only with other telephone companies in other jurisdictions who are gonna just start jumping on the bandwagon, and they're gonna copy what, like, whatever the rules or regulations are. They're gonna say, well, let's do it like that, because that's Taiwan Mobile. It's Taiwan. Now watch this. Aren't they having war over Taiwan right now? Because with China, China wants to take over Taiwan, right? Russia wants to take over Ukraine, wants to reclaim, sorry, not take over, sorry. Yee. They want to reclaim Ukraine. That's what they want to do. China wants to take over Taiwan. Taiwan is the only place that makes the that computer chip that even operates all electronics. Everything, your smartphone, your computer, everything electronic. That's high powered. You think of any high powered communication device, it comes from Taiwan. Anything the military uses, all over, all the militaries, all over the world use this chip, right? That's how powerful Taiwan is. They have to get this one product nowhere else, because it's done nowhere else. Nowhere else produces what Taiwan produces. And it's that fast processor. Nobody else does it. That fast processor chip, nobody does it like them. They're the only ones that make that. So in order for the next iPhone to work, the next Android that's gonna come out the next year and the next year, all the upgrades have that chip in them from Taiwan. Let me put that in perspective. Now Taiwan Mobile is going into the crypto space and developing its own crypto exchange at a time where institutional money is starting to swirl around. This I see as a gateway of money to come into the Bitcoin, into the Bitcoin network. And when that happens, but no matter if the price goes up or down, rest assured, we're getting rewards every day, Satoshis. So we want volatility. We want that volatility. It doesn't matter, because sometimes when it goes up, with BitHarvest, you get more. You get more Satoshis. And when it goes down, hey, you still get Satoshis. We're getting Satoshis whether the market goes up or down. It's just that, we have to wait for the next decade. Do you know the next decade is going to produce the amount of millionaires that's going to come out of the next decade because of the cloud mining opportunity? That's going to make it explode. That's what's going to drive up the value of Bitcoin when people start getting on the cloud mining. And you could do your research. There's already another cloud mining opportunity. There's already a cloud mining opportunity out there, outside of BitHarvest. I told you they were coming. I told you. That's why it's building out now. It's building out. Don't miss out on the opportunity of cloud mining. However, many people will. Many people will, because people don't even know to get involved. They don't understand it. And that's okay. That's okay. You know, we do. Just remember to take care of the people who took care of you, right? Once we get them, once took care of us. I think that's only right. Yeah. So if you're interested in a cloud mining opportunity, I strongly invite you to check out the description box below. Click the link and have a peruse around of what's coming up, what the company is launching. To all of my Asian community, if you're in the area, see if you can get down there, right? And then you could, take your pictures, take your evidence, and all of that, and you could speak to the people at the directly in the company. Yeah. So an if you have a connection in somebody in the Malaysia area, you could send them this information, and you could link up with them, and you could get there and see for yourself when the launch comes, because the launch is July 6th. The launch is July 16th. Yep. The launch for the official launch for BitHarvest is July 16th. Look out for that. I'll post that information on my site. You guys will see it. So I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated with the BitHarvest opportunity. We're moving on. We're moving forward. And now we're moving with Bitcoin. Yes. Bitcoin and Satoshis. Cloud mining. The future of the new wave. Catch the harvest. Bless up.